r/rules horror. Posted by u/upstairs_bathroom_70. And if the police come knocking, give up. You'd think that the worst part of sleeping in an abandoned house would be the fact that you don't have anywhere else to sleep. Sadly, if you're reading these notes and it's already dark out, you're already too far in to leave at this point. Hi there, name's Derek. I used to be a homeless down on his luck guy just like you most likely are at this point. Sleeping inside abandoned buildings has the advantage of not suffering from the rain, so many people come here trying to rest for the night. I don't think many people ever leave though. I lived inside this house for 5 years, can't remember when or if it ever wasn't abandoned. This place isn't normal, it's hard to explain until you come here, but it isn't right. This notes I have written down are sort of a survival guide for anyone who comes here. Don't take the notes when you leave, unless you want to doom people to their death. Map, in case you don't feel like looking around, the house has 2 floors and 5 rooms, 2 down 3 up. The kitchen and living room are connected, which you should be able to see since as last I remember I left these notes there. There should be a door in the kitchen, that's the downstairs bathroom. Do not try to enter there, I'll explain why later. Last I remember the door was rusted to hell and back, but since my last stay there it might be openable, so just stay away. The upstairs has 2 rooms with a bed, and another bathroom. I recommend sleeping in room 2, door to the right from the stairs, I'll explain why later. There's 2 doors you can exit from in the morning, entrance and back door, but you can't leave as of now. Rules. If you want to survive your night you might just want to keep these in mind, you hear? Down floor. 1. Don't fucking leave at night. If you do, you'll get the attention of something you just don't want to get the attention of. It happened to a friend of mine. 2. Don't eat anything from the fridge. It's not because of unnatural reasons, it's just filled with rotten and unsafe food. Mold and rot, perfect night snack. 3. Keep the blinds closed. There should be a window in the kitchen, keep the blinds closed. Something might just see you if you don't. Also, keep the lights off. 4. Cover your face if you sleep downstairs. This rule is related to Rule 5. 5. If you're awakened by something at night, don't fucking react. Pretend to still be asleep. The thing is deaf but it isn't blind, and it'll be looking at you for movement. If you cover your face you'll have a higher chance of tricking it into thinking you're asleep. Upstairs, room 1. 1. Don't be afraid to have the upstairs window open. For whatever reason, they don't see us as human when above. Something about the light of the moon not hitting the upstairs that well. The room, for whatever reason, is extremely suffocating with high temperatures. Around 54 Celsius, although that's a record, not an average. You might die in your sleep if you don't keep the window open. 2. Don't be afraid to have the door open. Same reasons as last rule. Just remember to cover your face so that the deaf one can't recognize you. The upstairs is dark, so you have some cover. 3. Don't look/try to get under the bed. The grabbing one sleeps there. And you don't want to wake it up, you won't die from it but you will wish you did. It got me once, you know? I give the things the names based on my experiences. Upstairs, the bathroom. 1. Don't be afraid to make sound or keep the light on. The biggest threat to you is losing your mind. So keep yourself sane if you can. 2. Don't mess with the spiders. The widowed one is scared of them, so the bathroom is the safest place in the house from them. The ceiling is covered with them and webs. 3. Keep the door locked. You don't want anything entering the bathroom. It has no hiding spots at all, if anything gets in you're fucked. Upstairs, room 2. 1. If there's no blinds, sleep under the bed. The widowed one will constantly look inside the windows, not counting the one in room 1, if there's no blinds, which there might not, to avoid being mauled sleep under. 2. Keep the door locked, keep the closet closed. The blind one and the deaf one seem to have a liking to the room, the blind one actually lives in the room. Under the bed is a good hiding spot, but it's better to prevent than to regret. 3. Don't make too much sound. The blind one is listening and can become agitated. Then nothing, not even the closet, will deal with or stop him. And, the one thing to remember the most. Don't call for help from the police. If you do, you'll have about 30 seconds before you hear knocking on the front door. It won't be real police officers. Remember the downstairs bathroom? There was a quadruple suicide down there. The spirits are somehow haunting the house. You can only imagine what kind of people they were considering the rapist bastard in room 1. Apparently the cops who worked on the case went missing, and in a way still are in the house. Opening the downstairs bathroom somehow lets them know you are there, and you'll hear them knocking. It happened to me and a friend once. He opened the door. I hid upstairs, room 1. I never saw my friend again. Next story of this video. Posted by u/Novastra. Library rules. 1. As you enter, whisper a respectful "Tch" to acknowledge the librarian's presence. Ignoring her will draw her unsettling attention. 2. Select books that beckon with a hushed, alluring voice when you approach. These are your companions, the others hunger for your essence. 3. Avoid the 13th aisle at all costs. It's the realm of the enigmatic specter of silence. Straying into it requires complete silence, eyes closed, and a careful backtrack. 4. Approach the grand oak desk, where the scribe sits, eternally transcribing. Request a bookmark with a soft tone. Be prepared to trade secrets, your coin for entry. 5. Sit among the hooded figures known as the silent scholars. They know more than they let on, so listen closely. Asking questions could invite unwanted revelations. 6. Do not approach the weeping willow in the courtyard. Its tears bear the weight of despair. Contact means surrendering your joy. 7. In the reading room, the ancient clock above the fireplace chimes an eerie note. When it strikes 13, flee the library, danger lurks in the silence. 8. In the biography section, engage the chatty ghost in conversation but do not dare to interrupt. Failure leads to a conversation forever unfinished. 9. Beware books with forbidden chapters, they covet your voice. Reading one means relinquishing your voice to the insatiable hunger of the library. 10. Ascend the phantom staircase in the west wing cautiously. Higher floors promise closer encounters with the library's essence. 11. If laughter echoes from the restricted section, hastily close the book. You've narrowly avoided the abyssal laughter, a madness from which there is no escape. 12. The library's statues enforce silence. If you're fortunate to hear their shushing advice, heed it well. Ignoring them invites dire consequences. 13. In the reference room, you may need ink. Avoid the inkwell that thirsts for words, it robs you of your voice, leaving you mute. 14. Be mindful of echoes when navigating the aisles. Repetition of rules is a subtle reminder that you are under constant scrutiny. 15. The wordless wisps hover by the windows, craving stories. Share tales with them, you might gain their favor and protection. 16. Gaze not too long at the ornate mirror in the restroom. The watcher on the other side hungers for company and might just drag you through the glass. 17. In the music section, listen to the silent choir. Do not join in their ghostly hymns, or they'll take your voice as an eternal addition. 18. Approach the archive keeper in the archives. Keep your presence subtle, as they are easily distracted. Loud noises may draw the keeper's ire. 19. Descend the eastern staircase with care. Should you stumble and create a disturbance, the hungry stairs will demand a price. 20. Be wary of the echoing halls, they amplify sounds. Speak only in hushed tones, or your whispers may escalate to deafening roars. 21. In the art section, the shade seeks solace in silence. Share a quiet moment with it, but disrupt the tranquility, and you'll be absorbed into its canvas forever. 22. The courtyard holds the whispering fountain. Never bend your ear to its murmurs, they reveal secrets best left concealed. 23. Every visitor must swear the patron's oath at the entrance. Break it, and you'll be bound to the library's endless labyrinth of dark knowledge. 24. Avoid the collection of wailing manuscripts. Should you dare to open one, your own lamentations will be etched into the pages for eternity. 25. Seek guidance from the ghostly guides at the reception. Heed their advice, but remember, they take pleasure in misdirection. 26. If you hear the silent orchestra in the music section, do not applaud. Clapping disturbs their harmony, and they'll demand your hands as compensation. 27. Acknowledge the hidden observer's presence with a nod in the courtyard. Ignore them, and their all-seeing eyes will haunt your every step. 28. Steer clear of the sullen window in the reading room. It seeks to entrap those who stare too long, ensnaring them in an endless dream. 29. Never tear pages from the books, they hold secrets. Rule number 2 echoes here, as books with whispers are your sole allies. 30. Unspoken but binding, the unwritten rules govern the library. Learn them swiftly, or the library's shadows will tutor you. 31. Approach the clockwork curator with caution in the curator's chamber. If the gears stop turning, flee the library before the keeper of time claims you. 32. When deciphering cryptic texts, be alert. Should the script vanish before your eyes, you've attracted the unseen scribe's attention. 33. Above all, respect the library's silence. Speak only in whispers, For the library's heart beats in hushed tones, and silence is your ultimate protector.